Welcome to Eating with Dagmar. I'm Dagmar. So today I'm going to do something that normally I wouldn't do. I try to do everything raw, especially dairy. But I realize that there are people who don't have access to raw dairy. And for those people, I made another video where it was an older video, where I make yogurt from just regular pasteurized grass-fed milk. But today's pièce de résistance is I'm going to make yogurt from half and half. This is the company that I use. It's grass-fed, but it's definitely pasteurized. And I'm pouring it right now into my little container here, and together this will be just a quart. And I'm making this because I'm going to a party salon celebration tomorrow, and there's going to be it's actually mostly women and we're going to be reading some of our writing, and this is what I call the party yogurt because it is so okay. I'm going to turn on my induction stove top, which what I love about it is that you can set it, I'm setting it to 110, that you can set it to whatever temperature you want. So actually I'm going to set it a little higher, and I'm just going to keep an eye on it and keep measuring the temperature. So this yogurt is made with half and half instead of milk, and what that does is it creates an incredibly thick, rich, very dessert-like yogurt. And then you just put some fruit on it. It hardly has any whey in it. Like when you use raw milk, you get quite a bit of whey. And all I'm going to do is heat it up to about 108, 110 degrees. And then I will mix in the special culture that I get from GI Pro Health. Here's my culture. Never let it be said that I do not have culture in my life. I got plenty. Let's see. So what I'm then going to do is, this is a very important tip, same as for the raw yogurt or the pasteurized milk yogurt. You never cover. I'm going to put the yogurt in separate jars. You could do that, or you could put it in one bigger container, but I'm putting it inside an Excalibur dehydrator, which is up there on my loft. So I have to walk up these little stairs and stick it in there. And I set it to like 108 degrees or 110. And it's really important to not cover the jars with anything, to just leave it in the open air for, if you do 12 hours, then it'll be really not very tart, but I like to do it as long as possible, like maybe 18 hours, so that every piece of disaccharide in there, the sugars, will be eaten by the good bacteria and transmuted into medicine for the gut. So let's see what temperature it is, and I just always keep stirring, and I don't want to overheat. I want to get it just right. Where are we right now? We are at 102. So very close, very close. Soon it will be ready. And it's made the same way all my yogurts are made, or not just mine, everybody's. It's not like some big secret thing. Um, and if it's too hot, it will destroy the bacteria. But if it's not warm enough, the bacteria won't have, okay, now we're, all right. Now we're at the right temperature. A lovely 110. Okay. So you have, I'm sure these are really cheap. You can get these anywhere. I'll put a link under the YouTube. So now what I'm going to do is, it's rather full. I'm going to use a ladle. Do I have a ladle here? Yes. See you ladle. So I like to, wait, let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. Only because I tend to spill it if I pour it, so I'm just using a ladle to put some of this half and half, and I spilled it even with a ladle. How did I do that? It takes talent. So it's really raining and pouring out. Everybody's worried about the hurricane coming in. Uh-oh. I just saw the lights flash. I hope I keep the electricity going. Don't do anything until I finish with this, okay? So now I'm taking, this is 1/8 of a teaspoon. You really need, even 1/8 of a teaspoon is sufficient for half a gallon. So this is a 1/4 of a gallon. So only 1 quart basically. So I'm gonna like do 1/16 of a teaspoon. Yeah, 1/16. Ah, shit. I can't believe what I just did. I was not thinking. That's the whole point. Okay, but I can still salvage this. I can't believe I did that. I put the culture right into the pot because I was busy talking. So now I'm going to scoop it off the top. Ah, see, I did it. I'm putting it in here. So don't do what I just did. You got to put the culture into the cup. That's the whole point. You got to break it down. Today is one of those strange evenings. I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know. I don't know what it is that's in the air. Anyway, so now I put the culture in there, and I basically am mixing it with this little bit of milk here, or a lot. And after it's thoroughly mixed, well, it's not milk, it's half and half. You know, this culture is not melting how it should. Oh, you know how you just want everything to be perfect sometimes? And then that desire for everything to work out perfectly sometimes will... So I just poured it in there. I mean, it wasn't exactly melted the way I would like it to be, which I don't know how it will affect this yogurt, but I guess we'll see. Now I'm mixing it in and hoping that all will be well. But the lesson is, don't try to be perfect. It's the enemy. It's the enemy of creativity and of mankind in general, trying to be perfect. Who was it? No, perfection is not. No, Orson Welles says that the greatest enemy of art is the lack of limitation. So maybe the overabundance of perfection is also one of man's greatest enemies, or the overabundance of attempting to be perfect. So we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to pour this into these, and then I will leave them open like that, put them into the dehydrator, and I'll ferment them probably for about 14 hours, and then tomorrow I will show you the results, and we'll see if my little whatever, I think, maybe my culture is too old What does that mean? I think this culture has probably expired, which is why it's not melting and pulverizing, with the milk as it should. And because I'm half Jewish, as I always say, my lower half, I don't like to waste or throw anything away. Yeah, 11, 20, 21. So it's now 23. I think it's time to get a new one. Time to order it. But let's hope. Let's infuse this with special energy that somehow this old culture, this ancient culture, will bring new life. And that is often the case. Ancient cultures can bring new life to our modern world. So let's hope that this will be the case. So this is Dagmar praying for a positive cultural experience. And in case it's not a good experience, then I'll just erase this video and you'll never know it. But I will know it, and that's what counts, because we cannot hide from ourselves. We cannot lie to ourselves. We can lie to others and be successful, but we cannot lie to ourselves. I think I know what's so weird about this day today. I think, speaking of lying, there was a person in my past whose birthday it happens to be today. That's what it is. And he was a magnificent liar. Just truly Academy Award worthy. But the lying that he did, the crux of the lying that he did was to himself. And yeah, that's what made me think of it, that you just can't, you can lie to others, but when you're lying to yourself and you get a whiff of that, like, oh my God, I'm lying to myself, then you can't really look in the mirror for too long, because you see the lie in your eyes and you're like, oh my God. But yeah, that's what it is today. I'm thinking about this person and the impact he's had on so many other people. The trail of devastation. Devastation is not too strong a word at all. That lying to ourselves really does affect the world. So, to the best of our abilities, at least to the best of my abilities, I try to be honest with myself. And I wish the same for you too. You sleep better at night when you tell yourself the truth. So, I'm signing off. Thank you for joining me for this little moment of ancient culture renewing itself and confronting ourselves. Bye.